Okay, guys. So today I actually just want to talk about the markets, just because why not? Why not, right? Because we all know that right now we are at the boring stage still, right? Right now it's July, and and I think a lot of people obviously are giving up. Many are not building positions. They are waiting for a crash to happen, and you know, basically everyone is just kind of sidelined and just waiting, right? Just waiting patiently as it seems, right, what to do. Because it's obvious that people can get frustrated, especially right now since BTC is like ranging, between these levels. And and also this war with Iran, US, Iran, Israel, it's taking a toll, right, on a lot of people, and everyone knows that if oil price goes higher, then BTC will go down, right? So I'm also kind of tired of reading all this shit on X every single day that the US and Iran are bombing each other, and then again that the US is negotiating with Iran, and then there's a deal and there's not a deal. Like, man, it's boring, man. Like, it's so boring that is happening. But don't be distracted by that. Do not be distracted by that, because these are the times you should be grateful for, right? Because imagine if there was nothing happening in the world, then most likely none of us would have been able to accumulate certain coins at certain prices, right? So we should be grateful. We should basically be grateful that all this kind of bad stuff is happening in the world. So to also give you some context of what I feel like is happening, in my opinion, with BTC. Obviously, I think we should be ranging most of 2026 in this range still. We all know that the midterm elections are coming, like, when is it, like in September, October, or November? And usually money will wait after the midterm elections because they want clarity, right? It doesn't really matter who wins, right? The most important thing is they want clarity. They want to know who's gonna be in charge, and that's it, right? They just want certainty, basically, before money flow starts coming back in. And we also all know that there's a new boss, right, at the Federal Reserve, Gavin Walsh, and he should like lower interest rates eventually, right? Because it's not sustainable for the world that oil prices would keep going up. It would simply not be sustainable. Like, at some point, right, all this shit should stop at some point. That's happening in the world right now, all this crazy shit. Well, let's hope at least that it stops one day. It would kind of be crazy if it keeps going, right, for years and years and years. But eventually, if everything settles down, then we should see that oil stays down and slowly the economy can actually start recovering, right? So right now, you should actually look at Bitcoin as a football or a basketball or just a ball, right? Because when you are pushing a ball underwater and you release it, right, what happens? When you push a ball underwater, and you let it go, then it will fly up. So right now, the ball keeps getting suppressed underwater, right? That's how I view Bitcoin and the crypto market in general right now. It's basically underwater. It's a ball that's underwater, and it's actually ready to pop up slowly, but because the economic conditions do not allow it yet, that's why it's not like popping up, right? But regardless, we should see maybe somewhere at the end of Q4, that would be like at the end of the year, we should start to see like some recovery, because if you look at the bear market in 2022, then you can see that right, entirety of 2022 was a downtrend until November, and I think this was like the FTX Luna crash or something. So that's why you see another major crash. Let me double check. It was in May, but all right. Anyways, it was in 2022. But regardless, this was a time there was like a lot of FUD, and you know the Luna crash had a real effect, real negative effect on the crypto market at that time. But look, I was not there, so let's not go into details. But basically, at that time, right, in this market, the condition was different, but still you can see that starting 2023, which should for us be 2027, it only went up, right? So realistically, we have a few months, right? We have basically 6 months of boring sideways price action. That's what I'm saying. We have 6 months of boring sideways price action and suppression, right? And then starting 2027, you should see the first signs of benefits, right? Because you were investing in 2026, all right? So that is what I'm thinking. And especially when the Fed starts printing money again. So we all know what happened in 2021 and 2020, right? Crazy money printing. A lot of people were able to change their lives. And in the last market, we only went downwards. So it's kind of crazy that people were still able to earn money, because we only went downwards in the Fed balance sheet. So I think that this should like curve like this and slowly go up. So money printing should happen in 2027, 2028, and we should see the benefits of that into the market. But all right. Yeah, so basically right now, see Bitcoin and the crypto market in general as a ball that's underwater, but it keeps getting suppressed. And once the suppression is done, when there's nobody holding the ball back down, then it will start flying up, right? And pushing some green candles, and that is when slowly the interest will come back. So let me actually update you guys a little bit about also my portfolio, because you guys know that man, before the Robinhood chain started popping, like I was there, man. Like I was early. I turned legit like $500 to 5K. So I went with a small, right? I went with a small amount into the Robinhood chain, because that was it was according to the maximum risk I was willing to take, right? Look, obviously, maybe I should have already, I could have changed my life maybe if I went with more money, but I didn't, because you need to also have some kind of risk management. Like, uh, man, you guys know, I bought Stones at fucking 70K market cap, right? I took out my initials and I sold here and I sold here, you know. All of that I've shown you in these previous videos. But yeah, I could have also bought 1K and do nothing and exited here with 30K, you know. Anything could have happened. But at the end of the day, it's about you make profits. And that's it. You need to be happy that you make profits, right? The goal is to make profits, not be mad or angry afterwards because you didn't manage to sell the exact top, all right? Because imagine if I didn't sell here and we went back down, then what then? Then I would have been fucked. Then I would be coping, right? Like, man, fuck, man, I should have sold. Because that is the risk that I took in 10 of. Like, I bought at 18K market cap. I bought at 28K market cap. I took a lot of profits, like 1.5K profits here, but I still had 2K profits to take at these levels. But I didn't. So it went back down from 2K to like $200, $300. But that was the maximum risk that I was willing to take. I was like, okay, I will leave my 10 off back and let's see what happens. So I'm still holding it, right? Because anything can happen. There can be a moment when something happens on Twitter, on the Robinhood chain, and I'm able to yeah, still make profits, more profits on this coin. You guys also know that, man, yeah, this should have been my life-changing one because I bought this at 5K market cap. That's insane, right? And I sold everything when it was like 20x up. If I didn't sell it at 20x up, then I would be like, you know what, let me hold it. Let me hold it. Well, there you go. That's a 200x, right? But should I be coping? No. Man, fuck, I made money. That was the goal. You know, in this video I told you guys, my only goal was to make like $1,500 on the Robinhood chain, and I made 5K minimum, right? And I still have potential to make more because you guys know I'm still holding 10 off, so anything can happen in the meantime. But anyways, that's that. So right now, and I had also told you guys in this video, you can actually see, I was speaking here, where was it? Yeah, I was like, man, CashCat is already 15,000x up. Like, I'm gonna sell my stones. Like, what's the point of staying here? You know, what's the point of staying? What's the point of staying in the Robinhood chain? You know, like, what the fuck is the point of staying here? That's why I decided to sell my stones. And what do you think happened? Not long after. It was basically the top. Like, look at this. Where was this? This was this chart. Let's see, 1 hour chart. And I don't know really where it was, but it looks like it was somewhere around here. And then, yeah, you see it was basically close to the top, and then it all went to shit, right? It was kind of fun to see on Twitter, a lot of people coping and, yeah, losing money because the top blasted. But if you think the Robinhood chain is over, it's not. It's not, because the real opportunity will come back on the Robinhood chain. But for that, you have to keep an eye on the stock price of Robinhood, because the stock price of Robinhood will determine how the chain moves, right? So let's say we break all-time highs on let's say the Robinhood chain is going to break all-time highs, then most likely the ecosystem will perform really hard, right? But what I am hoping for personally is that what I'm personally hoping for is that the stock declines and it keeps ranging, maybe like in this range for the coming months, so that I'm able to accumulate some opportunities on the Robinhood chain before we start like the next bull market, right? So I'm actually kind of hoping that we decline. Maybe we range in around the $15 mark for the entirety of 2026 and 2027. And then when the bull market starts, you know, like the peak of the bull market, you most likely will be in 2028 and 2029. And yeah, so I think there is a lot of money still to be made on the Robinhood chain, but not right now. Right now, it's so full with scammers and new launches non-stop that it will be hard to, it will be really difficult to invest in something and make money. We need all of this shit to end. So we need the stock to decline in performance, hopefully go to $60. So automatically the chain will kind of die out, right? And then once Robinhood stock in the next cycle starts performing well, maybe pushes up to $200, right? Well, you should be buying when the stock is down. You should be buying coins on this chain when the stock is down. And then you will be able to make real life-changing money, because Robinhood is just getting started. This is just the start, all right? And for the guys that are thinking, what should I be looking at? Well, I'm going to scroll down this list here. I would recommend you to save these exact coins for yourself, because Robinhood chain, mate, there's nothing else you need to focus on the Robinhood chain other than these coins, to be honest. Like legit, there's nothing else you need to be focusing on other than these meme coins if you're looking to build positions on the Robinhood chain for the long term, right? So not right now, but hopefully let's see what happens in 2027, and hopefully it will go down, and that's when the golden opportunities will arrive to buy positions and gain some amazing multipliers. All right, so that's about the Robinhood chain and the stock, right? Yeah, and today I also wanted to start talking about. Okay, we're recording for 20 minutes. Okay, good, because I'm going to give alpha right now, and if you've made it up to the 20th minute, then you're a legend, right? Then you are someone that truly wants to change his life. So if you've made it until this moment, then you're a legend. So let's talk about the Ton chain. You guys know already that I've been talking about the Ton chain, which is right now rebranded to Gram. And I was like, okay, what can you buy on the Ton chain? Okay, what should you be buying on the Ton chain? What can give you insane returns, and how can you make life-changing money on the Ton chain? So if you are from someone that's not aware about meme coins and you arrive on the Ton chain, then you will lose your mind. You will see all these coins like, man, Utia, Rizu, Cherry, Groiper, Yoda, Baby Yoda. You'll be like, man, what the fuck is all of this shit? Like Pepper Grinch. You will be like, man, what should I even buy? Like what? Like what is this? I don't understand the narratives, right? For example, if you go to Ethereum chain, then you will be like, okay, Pepe, okay, cool, I know the narrative, it's the frog, right? You know, Um, this is something I understand. Uh, we know when Ethereum performs, Pepe is like the #1 meme coin, basically on Ethereum. If you disregard the Dogecoin, right? Then it's quite easy to make a decision. Oh, fun, like, yeah, okay, the frog coin, frog narrative, Pepe, perfect. But then you arrive at the Ton chain and you look at all this shit and you don't understand anything. So let me explain to you what the Ton chain is about, okay? So the Ton chain, Graham, right, the CEO, the founder, Pavel Durov, he made this, he made Telegram because he wants to resist. He wants to resist against the government's claws, right? He wants to resist against the government's claws. He wants people to be able to live with privacy, right? When you message people, he doesn't want that the government can read everything that you're saying. So obviously, the narratives that will work on the Ton blockchain, everything has to do with resistance. Like you're going against the elites, you're going against the government that is basically clawing at you, right? With the long nails, basically. So that's why you see Resistance Dog. That's why Resistance Dog performed so well in the last cycle of Ton. You can see it was in the bear market in 2022. Then it did this initial, pump from 2022 to 2023, and then the real pump happened right in the bull market 2023, 2024. And it was in January 2024 that Resistance Dog got launched, and if you were early and you understood the narratives at that time, then obviously you would have made life-changing money, right? So what to do now? You can still build a position in Resistance Dog, because even though we see UTIA, right, it's the bigger coin right now, I still believe Resistance Dog is the #1 coin linked to the Telegram blockchain, all right? The reason why UTIA has a higher market cap basically is because this basically got launched by a team where they sniped a lot of the supply and they're controlling the narrative, right? So the good thing about UTIA is that all of crypto Twitter basically has a position in it, so they will keep pushing it up. That's the first of it, right? So UTIA is basically just the mascot. It's just a mascot on Telegram, because you will see this dumbass face of this duck on Telegram, and then the crypto Twitter goomblers, they basically, well, they're like, oh, let's create a narrative. Let's actually make a coin of this duck because it's on fucking Telegram, right? So this is, in my opinion, a forced narrative, but we cannot ignore it. Even though it is a forced narrative, we cannot ignore it. We cannot ignore it. All right. So what happens? Okay, what happens now that UTIA is one of the performers on the blockchain, because all of crypto Twitter, right? If you know, the cabal is pushing it. So here's the deal with UTIA. Okay. So as I've shown you, I googled that the creator of UTIA is Igor Zun, right? His name is Igor Zgun. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but he is actually the illustrator and animator of this duck. So this guy, Igor Zgun, he has designed more Telegram sticker packs, not only this freaking duck. All right, so I will show you them. You have UTIA, then you have Zoid, then you also have Baby Yoda, and you have Pepe Grinch, right? So the performance of Zoich, Yoda, Pepe Grinch, they depend on Utia. Now, knowing that the entirety of fucking crypto Twitter, all the fucking big influencers are pushing the shit duck, right? Let's see who pushing them. Look at this shit. Where are they? Right, Matt, Eric Stevens. This guy is like one of the biggest crypto influencers, by the way. When he pushes something, then you have a lot of buyers. So if he's behind the fucking coin, then you know, okay, it's good, it's good. Look at this guy, Jake, 413k followers. Sarah, I don't know, 90k followers. So all of these guys, these big guys that are pushing it, right? Jake, they are basically, yeah, they have a lot of influence. They have a lot of influence, by the way. So the point is that Utia is being pushed by influencers who have a lot of stake in this coin, all right? So the moment when Telegram starts performing well, when Telegram coin is going to make its recovery to $3, $4, $5, which will happen because once BTC pushes up to like 100k plus, then it makes sense that Telegram will not stay behind. It just makes sense. There's no way that Telegram will stay behind, right? It's just one. It's the same as 1 + 1 = 2. All right. So what you should be doing, not what you should, what you can be doing, is buying Zoich. Zoich is a frog made by Igor Zagun, and this frog is also some kind of resistance, right? So what happened, you can actually Google what actually happened. I will actually Google it with you. Look. So basically what happened is that it became a famous alternative mascot during the public campaign for the Sochi 2014 Winter Olympics, all right? So what happened is that some artists were allowed to present their artwork, and he basically decided to add this frog, right, just as an alternative for the ones that were there. It was basically like some satirical animation type. So the thing is, Zoich was a fan favorite. It received more votes than some of the official finalists, right? Like the polar bear, snow leopard, and hare. But what did the committee do? They excluded the frog from the fucking competition eventually because it didn't fit the standard corporate choices, right? So that's how you see it's a resistant frog, basically. That's why it actually fits on the Telegram blockchain, because the Telegram blockchain is all about resistance, right? So that's what you should know. Zoich, created by Igor Sun, the creator of Utia. Baby Yoda, created by Igor Sun, the creator of Utia. Pepe Grinch, created by Igor Sun, the creator of Utia. So you can see when Utia made this push, last push was here from March to May, because obviously Telegram push right in May to $2.67. So you can see it performed here kind of well, and in the same moment in May you can see Zoich was released in May, did like 200x. Baby Yoda was in April, but then also they found out that Baby Yoda is one of the characters designed by Igor Zon, so it made this push like 55x. Same shit for Pepe Grinch, right? Also one of the creators of this artist, and pushed up, right? So if you are looking to build positions on the Telegram blockchain, then now you understand how the narratives work, all right? Utia, Zoich, Yoda, Pepe Grinch are moving in synchronization, right? They're linked to each other. Okay. So another interesting one to buy would be this. Because this is basically a tribute to the artist, right? And it will also move one in one with Utia. Okay, so now you guys have the alpha. So I'm going to log in into my Telegram wallet so you guys can see that I bought Zoich. I bought Zoich, only Zoich at this moment, because I was figuring out how Telegram works. So let me show you guys where I bought it, so you know everything transparently. Well, fuck, I guess it doesn't show up, but I bought it somewhere here, right, below 100k market cap. So I don't have capital to buy all of them, so I decided to just buy Zoich, right, and that's it. And I will not show any future purchases, by the way, but my plan is to just keep DCAing into Zoich. And I will also at one point DCA in Igor Zugun. So I will buy only Zoich and Igor Zugun with the idea that they're following Utia one-on-one. Okay, so now you know. So I will not make any future videos of me purchasing them. Just be aware that I will be DCAing into them with my own strategy. I don't want to upload thousands of videos of me DCAing into Zoich and the Igor Zugun in the future. Okay. Now, that's one of the narratives spoken about on the Ton blockchain. Now you know. Now you know the story of Utia and the coins that are linked to Utia and what you should be buying. All right. Cool. Another interesting one is going to be Tony. So the way that Utia is the mascot of the Telegram blockchain, Tony is basically the mascot of this wallet, right? So where can I show you this duck, man? Somewhere in this wallet you will see this duck. So this duck is gonna move one-on-one with Utia as well, and I will be buying Tony from Ton as well, but I'm kind of waiting, hopefully lower prices. I don't want to buy it here. So just know that Tony will move one-on-one with Utia as well, even though this is not created by the Igor Zoom artist, but you know, it's a duck. If the one dot goes up, then the other dot will go up as well. Okay, that's how simple it's going to work. Another coin I bought is Gramcat, because this is just fucking obvious. It's so stupid that I decided to buy it, right? It's a Gramcat. The blockchain is called Telegram. So obviously someone will make a meme coin called Gramcat. And the thing is that this cat is somewhere visible on the Telegram open network. Let me find it. Should be somewhere. Man, where is this stupid cat? I think it should be here somewhere. Yeah, look, Gramcat. It was somewhere else as well, but man, I'm not bothered to look for it. Just so you know that this cat is built around the narrative that there's a hidden logo on one of the Ton websites. So I bought positions as well here and also here, and I believe it will perform as well when Telegram blockchain pushes green candles. And lastly, what I also bought is PD. Now, you might think, dude, what the fuck are you doing? But this is like kind of a joke because the founder of Telegram, he actually has more than 100 kids in 12 countries. So there's a meme coin related to that, and I also bought that one. Okay, this is exactly something that can pull like a 100x when there are green candles and everything seems funny to people. So basically, this guy is donating his stuff, you know, and he has 100 plus kids around the world, and there's a meme coin about it. He also once made a Twitter post, so they made a meme of it, and I bought it. That's it. So that's actually about the Telegram blockchain. A few other good coins for people that have more capital would be Pionia, which is Duraf's dog. Also, Stonks would be a good one to buy because obviously when the blockchain will perform well, then Stonks will obviously do at least a 10x again. I mean, it's going to happen, so obviously. And I think Tonsky is like, I don't know why, this one I don't understand. I think Duraf has a goat or he does not have a goat. I don't freaking know. This is the only one where I don't understand the narrative. But considering it did a freaking 25x during the time when Telegram pushed this green candle, most likely it will do something like this again in the future. So if you have capital, then you can park something in it because there's like no downside and so much potential to the upside, right? So that's actually about the Telegram blockchain. And lastly, let me just show you my portfolio of Ethereum. You guys know that I've been buying Apu, right, publicly all the time. So now I have like, before I had like only 1K of it. Now you can see because I made profits on Robinhood, I put it in Apu. And if you look at the Apu right now, still ranging at that shit level, but you guys know that I expect it to perform, you know, when Pepper does like a 5x in the bull market. So this is a long-term hold anyways, right? My opinion, easy 20x, right? And then you guys also know I'm still holding my belief in something back. And I also added like 1500 or even more to this from the profits I made on the Robinhood chain, right? So that's about it, guys. That's the portfolio update, and yeah, have patience, guys. Have patience. The money to be made in the next 12 to 18 months, even 24 months, next 12 to 24 months, it's going to be freaking insane, man. It's going to be so insane. You will make life-changing money. It's truly going to be insane. Just look at some moves, man, of some meme coins. Let's go to some old meme coins, right? Dogecoin, Shiba Inu. So also trying to find the old ones that were around in 2021, so I can show you guys clearly, right, how it moves. Let me try to find baby Doge. Yes. You see, guys, 2022 bear market, and from 2023 onwards, great performance, man. 6x return. Shiba Inu, same shit. 2022 bear market, 2023 kind of recovery, right? Bull market, 2024 just one moment, guys. It happens in one moment, right? 6x, Floki, same shit. 2022 bear market, man. 2024, look at this, mate. 30x, dude, man. I wish I understood the market earlier as well. Look at this, guys. Baby Dogecoin, 2022 bear market. First pump here. I need the other one. First pump here, 3x, right? And then again here. In 2024, 6x. It's insane, man. It's insane. It's insane. The potentials to make money. But you need to have the patience, right? To hold for the long term. And to wait for this exact moment. You need to be able to have the patience to wait for this moment, the aggressive push, because that is where the meme coins start performing. In this case, for us, it will be when BTC is above 100K again. So let's wait for that moment to happen. And until then, have patience and yeah, have patience, guys. Have patience. In time, it will all play out. And that's all I wanted to say.